Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here, welcome back to Ōkami. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream. Sai, congratulations on being first. Ash, welcome in. Yule, hello, it's good to see you. Aru, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are all doing well today. We are at the very end of Ōkami. We are about to enter the final dungeon. Now, like I said before, this is not a 100% completionist playthrough, but I did try to go through at least all the major side quests, story things, lore things. And at the end of the last stream, I did my best to go backtrack and did a bunch of those. Before today's stream, I went and looked up to see if there was anything else I was missing that I wanted to do. And a short list kind of came up based on what I found. So we're going to spend somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes probably first doing that before we enter the final dungeon. So right now, we're in Webkir. And there is one thing outside the village here. Also, last time we learned the blizzard technique, and there is a secret brush technique called Ice Storm. Now, usually when we get secret brush techniques, we need to go find them somewhere and get them from some side quest, but apparently you get Ice Storm by default as soon as you get blizzard. The game just doesn't tell you. In fact, we didn't even get a travel log about, or a travel guidebook about blizzard. So, your blizzard is you can take ice and manipulate it. And I have the Tundra Beads equipped, so I am a source of ice right now. You can also do this. Ice Storm. So you make a big X. And then you make a horizontal line like a snowflake. And that used up all my ink. Now you can also do Ice Storm with a vertical line. Oops. If my controller would cooperate. Maybe we'll go from bottom to up. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Oh. Maybe it doesn't work. I'm told that you can do it that way too, but maybe that's not the case. Oh, there we go. So that's kind of neat. I don't really foresee myself using that. Especially since it uses up like all your ink. So outside the village, there was a cave that we went through before, but we weren't able to pass through it because we didn't have the right abilities. Now we have the right ability. Or at least, thought I did. Do I not need ice for this? Maybe I can just jump this. Oh, I can. I just sucked at jumping last time. That's all. Oh my god, this drift is so bad. I feel like it gets worse with every stream. It's only the down direction. I press down and then it goes up instead, and I don't know why. Oh my god. The Firestorm is like my biggest bane in this game. I kind of wish I didn't pick it up. The fire. Angor, welcome to the stream. Oh, well, there we go. Oh my god, I think I'm getting stuck on an invisible edge. Like when I run into the cliff. I think this cliff comes out a little bit further than you think. And then you get stuck on it. Oh no, am I just trapped here? There we go. It's got a sprint. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. So we were missing this. Number 29, Tribe of the Moon. After decades of internal debate, I've decided to write about the man who spoke to me regarding the Celestial Plane's destruction. I shall endeavor to shoulder the heavy burden of that man's fate. My brush shall act as the bridge to the shadowy past. The man had identified himself as a member of the Moon Tribe. The idea of life thriving on that desolate rock is mind-boggling. Furthermore, their civilization has far surpassed our own. Most of the ranks succumbed to death, but this man had fled. He was silent on the topic of why his civilization was destroyed. What business could the Golden Tribe of the Moon have with us? I gaze into the distance, knowing the answer cannot evade me forever. It's really weird that we don't get a travel guide on the ice tech, though. Oh my god, I felt the invisible wall that time. Because this island is too small for me to sprint on. Okay, there we go. Barely. Oh, hi, bear. Didn't mean to frighten you. Is this a Clover? Ooh, 50. Nice. Ah, see, again. Hey Wesley, welcome to the stream. I need a running start. Oh, see, it like stops me on the edge. I don't like that. Like I can't reach maximum speed. What if I just run in circles for a bit? I can't, I keep getting stuck on the stupid box. This is really annoying. I couldn't even jump back where I came from. I say this time and time again, but if a game has platforming, in order for the platforming to be fun and fair and not frustrating, you need to have tight controls, and this game does not have tight controls. Oh, well, that was just stupid. And see, like, these have invisible walls too, so if I headbutt them, I just kind of bounce off, but I need to headbutt to start running. Hey Kieran, welcome to the stream. Look at how much HP I've lost just from doing this. See, the headbutt into run. I can't do it on such a small island. I'm gonna die on this tiny little island. What a great start to the stream. See, I'm also trying to see if I headbutt here when facing forward, then I run into this box. So then I need to headbutt at an angle so I can run around it, but the problem is if I'm angled even a little bit this way, I hit this invisible wall and I bounce off and I just die. This is really mean of them. Did no one playtest this? Hey CB, welcome to the stream. Okay, I think the key is you need to jump further from the edge. If you jump too close to the edge, you get caught on the invisible wall. So you have to jump like further from the edge, which you think is unintuitive because you would have a further distance to jump. Thank you so much for the sub, CD. I really appreciate it. I spent so much time in that cave trying to jump that it turned from day to night and then back to day again. Are you kidding me? That was too short of a time. I don't know how this game measures time exactly. Thank you so much for 30 months of support. That's awesome. Okay. A couple other side things for us to do. So, last time on stream we finished getting all the Nameless Man's vases. And we didn't go back and talk to him. If you go back and talk to him, he actually gives you some praise, so we're gonna go do that. How's my best ever vase doing, White Connoisseur? I guess I shouldn't bother asking, huh? I'm sure you found the perfect place for it, friend. Let me give you something to say thanks. And he gives you a stray bead. It's trippy, man. You know, I'm not sure that vase was even real. I don't think I have what it takes to make another like that. The lifestyle of a master potter isn't an easy one, man. But that's exactly why I became one. The real challenge has, like, only just started. Back to work. Okay, he doesn't give you praise, he gives you a stray bead. Okay, let's go back to Kamiki. Okay, so let's go back to the tree. Since we bloomed the sprout in Kamui, there should be an extra fruit here for us. Thank you. No more fruits. Okay, so there's another side quest here that I didn't realize was even a side quest. So remember at the beginning of the game, every time we come and talk to this guy, we get attacked by... Oh, there's some birds to feed. Hey Timbit, welcome to the stream. Every time we talk to this guy, we get attacked by demons, and then afterwards he tells us how many seconds we took to kill them. So if you actually get under a certain number of seconds, he moves on to the next village, and you can do this 3 times. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just a for fun thing, like to practice your fighting. A sacred tree in full bloom, what exquisite beauty. But evil still lurks in these parts. Concentrate, look hard. You see? Right behind you now. So now that we're really strong, you have to defeat these guys in like 12 seconds, so... Obviously, at the beginning of the game, that was a little tricky, but now we could just do it no problem. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 7 seconds. See, it's like we defeated them instantaneously, but it still took time to wait for them to despawn. You fight well. I've chosen the path of Buddha, but in you I sense another power. But I see the path you have chosen is also a path of truth. Not a trace of evil remains here. Life in the village is restored. Ah, you certainly look pleased with yourself. But still now a great darkness clouds your vision. May the enlightenment of Buddha await you. So now if we go to Kusa village, he'll be there and he'll have another fight for us. And I think that one's like, you have to do it in 20 seconds. Which again, at this point in the game, that's pretty trivial. Thanks for calling Kirby. I think it might be this way. Oh, maybe not. There's something to feed here. Oh, hi, birds. He's not here. He's in the other direction. Fed all the birds. Oh, there he is. Oh, I didn't even know you can go here. I've never been here before. Wait, no, I have. There's a clover here. Ah, this sublime wind that blows is the very life of this place, but evil still lurks in these parts. Concentrate. Look hard, you see. Right behind you now. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 13 seconds. You fight well. I may have devoted myself to following the path of Buddha, but your divine power is still always a delight to behold. The sinister air has left us, and the wind blows beautifully. Still now a great darkness shrouds your vision. May the enlightenment of Buddha await you. Thanks for the stretch, Sai. I appreciate it. Did I feed you? No. I mean, yes. Okay. Oh, now I'm back down here. Okay. Now I know where I am. So then now he's going to appear. Hey, Harlem! Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate it. So now, if we go to the aristocratic quarter, and why is there no origin mirror in Seon City? It's like all the cities have origin mirrors and all the field areas have fountains, except for Seon City, it's the reverse. Okay, let's go inside the city. It's all the way back at the aristocratic quarter too, which is annoying. But I guess we could just take the fountain out. Here, I thought I was done with this place. So I think the next one you have to defeat them in 30 seconds, which also shouldn't be too bad at our level. I think the enemies have like, you gotta use some brush techniques on them, so it might be a little tricky depending on how well the brush cooperates with us. Again, I didn't even know that this was Consider it a side quest. I like how the Tundra beads look on Madrasu. I mean, I think the OG 3 weapons look the best, but especially the OG Reflector, but I do like how the Tundra beads look. Yeah, we are just about to enter the final dungeon. I'm just going back and doing a couple side quests that we didn't finish. Okay, so he should be around. Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's sad. You're right. It's sad that the people still line up to talk to Brow. Actually, let's go talk to those people and see what they say. Hey, Luke, welcome to the stream. So the mist has left the city, and its folks can return to normal. But evil still lurks in these parts. Concentrate. Look hard. You see? Right behind you now. No, I didn't want to fire. I wanted to wind. Oh god, not gonna make 30 seconds. Why do you keep doing fire? That is clearly wind. Oh, now I'm out of ink. It keeps, why? I should be able to kill you instantly. If it wasn't for my stupid brush. See, you can tell it's not a perfect circle because my brush keeps getting caught. See, look at this. My brush keeps getting stuck. Oh my god. It just doesn't want to do wind. Oh my god. And then when I do wind, I run out of ink. Stupid brush. Oh my god. That was horrible. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for 57 seconds. I'll wait for my ink to refill. I thought it would have taken more than a minute. That felt like more than a minute of frustration. Actually, I'm not sure if pausing with the brush counts. I guess that's what I'm not sure of. Man, the golden ink pot would be nice right about now. There we go. Just gotta take the brush strokes slowly so the game doesn't fuck you up. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 16 seconds. Your performance was most admirable. I've seen you fight many times now, and I'm constantly surprised by your incredible strength. Even the great darkness that lies before you is probably nothing that you need to fear. It seems your journey is still not nearing its end. I want you to take this. It will protect you along your way. White Wolf. Although smiles have returned to people's faces, it does not mean that pain has been abolished from our world. I will rest now for my travels. Here I will recite my holy chants. For the living who are in pain and the dead who have suffered. Our paths may be different, but our principles are the same. May the enlightenment of Buddha await you. Okay, so again, the Emperor's still selling his Demon Fang things. For 100 fangs, you can get the water tablet, which lets you walk on water, and there's one clover and one stray bead in the game that you can only access if you can walk on water. There's a clover in Agata Forest, and there's a stray bead in City Checkpoint. You need to run up the river, which is why the lily pads don't work. But I'm not going to do that because I don't have enough Demon Fangs, and I'm not going to farm the last 15. How terrible! We lost both Rao and Queen Himiko at once! What will become of us now? Not just here in Seon, but over the whole land of Nippon. Everyone's trying to put on a brave face, but deep down we're all feeling desperately worried and uneasy. Dear me, I heard the news. Queen Himiko gave her life to save the city. How could we not have realized what was going on? We're all fools, each and every one of us. I can't believe Rao was killed and then possessed by a monster. Now I know how she kept her beauty for so many years. Well, we don't know how long she's been possessed, right? I wonder how much longer it'll be before it's my turn, this poor man. There are rumors flying around that Rao's gone. I hope it's not true. After all this time, I haven't even met her once. This is a lecture hall where the regent, Miss Rao, gives her sermons. She's always come here whenever Queen Himiko asked her to. We've been guards here for as long as I can remember. I can't believe we were working for that murderous evil being. Dear Queen Himiko and Miss Rao, the sacrifice you both made for our city is enormous. That's why we'll have to do our utmost to keep the peace. Your devotion to Seon City lives inside us all. Okay, so there's 2 more things I want to check out before we head off. Luckily, these ones are pretty fast. Right, I need an origin mirror. Actually, I think a fountain will do. Actually, no, I think I need an origin mirror for this one. Sorry, horsies. The pitter-patter of Amaterasu's feet is very calming, actually. I also don't like this menu. You have to press up and down to move between them, but it doesn't move smoothly. Okay, there's 2 little things we missed in Agata Forest. I don't know how I missed this chest. It's literally right behind him. Maybe I just thought it was his and didn't want to steal from him. This is why it took me so long to remember that floral finishers was a thing. There are 2 important aspects to battle that you must be aware of. They are bonus system and what is known as a floral finisher. First, let's discuss bonuses. Bonuses provide a nice reward for particularly well-fought battles. There are 2 ways to increase the size of your bonus. One method is to defeat enemies more quickly. The other method is to fight without taking damage yourself. Attack enemies quickly and dodge their strikes with style. This is a secret to netting a handsome bonus. Bonus increases the amount of coins dropped by fallen foes. You may want to practice grabbing these dropped coins during battle. Next, we'll discuss the technique called the floral finisher. Time warps and slows at the moment a demon leaves this mortal coil. Use the brush at that instant to turn their cadaver into flora. The resentment will crystallize into a demon fang. The required techniques differ depending on enemy type. You will need to discover which celestial brush power to use. Tales abound of collectors enamored with the bewitching demon fangs. Collecting these fangs will surely prove helpful on your journey. So, I already explained floral finishers, so we don't need to talk about that more. But of course, Golden Fury's much easier to get those demon fangs. And you can also do the loading screen minigame, which is a load of bull, if you ask me. And then up here, there is another side quest, which we did not do. Oh, this was like from early in the game. Okay, where is it? Oh, I haven't dug up something over there. Oh, it's because it was stone, that's why I couldn't dig it up. Come on, bloom. Thank you. Wait, are you inside here? Oh, maybe that's why. Oh, hi. I don't think this is what I'm looking for, but no! Oh my god, I just destroyed all the... I'm sorry. I don't think it's all the way back here. I haven't been up here yet, that's why. No, now it gives me wind. There's nothing else up here. You're over here. Yes, okay, there he is. Remember this bear from the very beginning of the game? He's now here. He's relocated. Huh? Isn't this that bear that was sleeping back in Hana Valley? Man, he's still sleeping? Let's call him Sleepy. Newly dubbed Sleepy. That's one happy bear. Seems he really likes spheres. Apparently, according to the Ōkami art book, they based this guy on Totoro. So basically, he kind of has a side quest where you bring him spherical objects that you find in the forest and roll them up this hill and bring it to him. And then he'll balance on those items instead, and then he'll switch them out and give you some praise. The problem is, this cliff doesn't have any ledges, so it's actually a little bit tricky, and each item he asks for is progressively more difficult to roll. So this one's the first one. I'm only gonna do the first one. I think you get a straight bead when you do all of them, but I don't have the patience for that. Again, it feels like playing, like, GameCube Animal Crossing. Or even, I think New Leaf, they do it too, where they ask you to, like, the animals will ask you to bring them the ball to play with. You have to roll it around the town, but then if it gets stuck somewhere, you're screwed, and if another animal sees it, they'll kick it. Oh no, 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 no! Don't fall. This camera is awful. There we go. Finally! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He went back to sleep? Boy, I sure wish I could sleep like that. Okay, I'm not gonna do the other two items, but you get the idea. Again, I didn't even know that was a side quest. Because you don't really come back this path ever. I think that's all the side content that we missed that I want to show you guys. Let me double check my list I made for myself. Yeah, okay, that's everything I want to talk about. Sweet. Let's be on our way. I'll save an extra slot. Just in case we ever decide to revisit this. Okay, let's look at our logbook. Journals there. Oh, I don't need those. And of course, we didn't do all the techniques from Onigiri Sensei. That's okay. I did pretty well on most of these animals. Just a few here and there. Quite a few different things that you can catch for fishing too, but of course some areas you can't go back and fish at anymore. Like Agata Forest, you can't go back and fish there because Kari's no longer there. I'm still missing like a handful of the treasures. And then for stray beads, as you can tell, I'm still missing quite a few of them. Some of them from the side quests we didn't finish, like racing the second mailman 3 times, or beating Kai in the race in the forest. But again, if you collect all 99 beads, and then you get the 100th one inside the final dungeon, then on your new game you get an item that you can equip that basically makes your attack power like 10 times stronger, and your ink doesn't run out. It basically makes the game like completely OP for you. So if you want to go through a second time and just be OP at everything, that's kind of where that comes from. Okay, let's head to the dungeon. I guess I might as well sell the last of my treasures. I've heard all about the Day of Darkness. It sounds scary. The sun completely disappears. What'll happen to all of us then? Will the sun ever come back again? Does that mean the spirits of the earth, air, and sea will all die? The more I think about it, the less I like the sound of it. Why don't you buy something to take my mind off it? Why don't you buy something from me? And the nice thing too is that if you... So there's 15 weapons in the game, and there's also 15 gold dusts. If you get all the gold dusts in the game, and you don't use them all, you can carry them over. And then if you upgrade the weapons, when you get them on your second playthrough, your weapons will already be upgraded. So you can't duplicate the gold dusts between playthroughs. So like if I pick up a gold dust from him here, he won't have it on the second playthrough because it's like I already had it. But we're not using the reflectors or the glaives, so we'll just hang on to all our extra gold dusts. And again, we could save up money and learn like Brown Rage from Onigiri Sensei, but that's like 2 million yen. I'm not gonna farm out 2 million yen. It's also not really worth 2 million. So we talked to everyone here. Actually, I want to check to see if someone's up on the path here before we go, because Kemu's not with them, and I can't find Kemu in the village. So I wonder if he's up here, maybe. Not that it really matters. Oh yeah, here he is, I think. Oh, Kai's here and she's also in the forest that we can race her in. The sacred sword Kotone! Its silver light has shattered the perpetual ice on Lauchi Lake. The wall of ice shall shatter and open the way to the heavens. When Kotone glows silver, it's the legendary way to the heavens meant to the Ark of Yamato. The root of all evil in our world is the way to the heavens. The Ark of Yamato sunk to the bottom of the frozen Lauchi Lake. I never imagined it was so enormous. Legend says hundreds of monsters come out at night from under the ice at Lauchi Lake to terrorize our world. That's why Lauchi Lake is known as the Lake of Demons. And that Ark of Yamato sunk at the bottom of Lauchi Lake. I wonder if it has something to do with the legend. I'm surprised she's not standing next to her sister. Just because, you know, she was worried about her and they've been away from each other for a while, but whatever. Mataratsu, if that ark is the way to the heavens, then you must embark upon it. Though we have not known each other long, I can already tell what sort of being you are. For you, the realm of the gods lies ahead. It is a journey the rest of us cannot take. You knew that, didn't you, Mataratsu? Legend says the Ark of Yamato is the root of all evil in our world. To think we would suffer such a misfortune after the demons were defeated and Warmth returned to Kamui. How can such an enormous thing float into the sky like that? It must mean what the old legend says is true. The legend about how this ark, which was sunk in Lauchi Lake, fell from the celestial plane and into our world. It says the Celestials who fell to our world with it were eaten up by countless vicious monsters. By the army controlled by the evil ruler of darkness, Yami. So the Arc of Yamato is related to the powers of darkness. Haskell, I'm scared. So we're approaching the point of no return as well, which is why I'm also saving an extra save file. Not that I plan to come back, but who knows, right? So let's head in. Oh, and perfect timing. It's also gonna be daytime. Wait, Ami. You know what'll happen if you cross this rainbow bridge and board the Arc of Yamato, don't you? I mean, that boat is still bad news. The people of Kamui all know that. It's the most hated and feared thing in all the land. Even legends have nothing good to say about it or Lauchi Lake. And you know there's no turning back once you board that thing. Huh? You look like you want to say something. Resolve? You mean you've got the resolve to pass the point of no return? Do you have the resolve? Of course. I see. Well, I guess this is it then. Ami, don't you go dying like you did 100 years ago. Let's see, look, there's a spider, Crimson Helm, Orochi, Blight, Ninetales. Wait, where's Nechiku and Lechiku? Maybe they're on the other side. Wait a sec, Ami. Well, we've been through a lot together. How long's it been since we first met? It all started in the valley of Sakuya's chest. Then we laid the smackdown on Orochi. Then that fox wench. We even went inside an emperor's body and traveled to the bottom of the sea. Then, before I knew it, I found myself back in my own land. And now it all ends with the appearance of the legendary Arc. But for you, it's just the start of an even greater adventure. Sorry, Ami. I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. As I told you, from the beginning, I joined you so that I could steal those 13 brush techniques of yours. We found them all during our travels. Now, each and every one has been etched into my mind. Aw. It's not like I've mastered them yet, but I plan on having loads of fun with my newfound skills. It's a bit sad to see you go, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, pal. No, Ami, no! Look, you're a god. I'm a sprite. We live in completely different worlds. The road ahead may be a tough one, but it's one you're just gonna have to walk alone. Huh, I know. It's just, I got things I need to do too, you know? Now, let's wrap this up. Can't stand long goodbyes. Farewell, my furry friend. Hold it right there, furball. How many times do I have to tell you? We gotta go our separate ways. Now leave me alone, you thick-headed lump of fur. He's right, ma chérie. Your way lies with this arc. You again. At last, a path to the heavens has opened up. Oh, fantastique! How long have I yearned for this moment? 200 years? No, it must have been much longer. Ah, what are you babbling on about? Now, you big fruitcake. A path to the heavens on that creepy old hunk of junk? What a fitting exit for a half-baked prophet like you. I have no idea what you're up to. And frankly, I don't care. I'm not a part of this anymore, so I'm gonna split. Have fun, you two. Isa, no, come back. Afraid of the legendary arc, are we? What did you say? Did he really got him with the, "You're not chicken, are you?" Well, if you must go, then go. Besides, only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board the fabled Ark of Yamato. You never had a ticket, and you never will. Why, you witless, two-bit, half-baked prophet! You're just trying to trick me into getting on that stupid boat. I'm not gonna fall for something like that. I'm no fool. So there. Wait a sec, I know. Maybe I should just hop on board your little boat. Yeah, and then I should tear the place apart as a little parting gift to you. Don't blame me. I already told you. Only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board. But you didn't need me to tell you that, my little bouncing friend. You know very well why you can't board this ark. Do I not speak the truth, little celestial envoy? Well, it's about time. Ah! My little friend, I have another prophecy for you. Listen up, because this will no doubt come in handy for you. It takes two to tango. The bond of the brush shall intercede. Yeah, I thought I'd give you the long version since it was my last. Pretty good, don't you think? Those unwilling to fulfill their own destiny cannot board the ferry to the celestial plane. Life is all about resolve. Outcome is secondary. It is resolve that determines the value of your life. You have no doubt met many such resolute people in your journeys. Well, my little bouncing friend, I must bid you adieu. Shall we, ma chérie? We have a date with destiny, and we mustn't keep her waiting. Aw, I'm gonna miss you, you little bug. You little perverted bug. Oh, no. Top it off with the trophy, why don't you? Can't go that way. My goodness, I can hardly believe it. My eyes may have been enveloped in darkness all this time, but I know when I see a divine being before me. Okami Amaterasu, you've returned home. I, Marco, would like to welcome you on behalf of all Celestials. Celestial being, Marco. Marco is such a normal sounding name for a celestial being. Oh, I made a mistake. I said that you returned home, but of course I was wrong. This is the inside of the dreaded Ark, which fell from the heavens. It's nothing like our wonderful home, the celestial plane. Alas, only my spirit remains in this world. It's been imprisoned here for many years. Perhaps it was my destiny. Ōkami Amaterasu. I'd be so grateful if you could bestow upon us a small gift. Not only for me, but for the others who succumb to death. In exchange, I will give what I can, and I'm sure it would lift everyone's spirits. Basically, he's the last shop of the game. He's also the only other person that sells the Tundra beads other than the guy in Seian City, which is why we were able to get it yesterday, although he only sells it after you finish the Waku Shrine. So, he sells the usual items, and then you can also exchange Demon Fangs with him. He has the same things that the Emperor does, I think. Oh, he also has some of the things that the guy in Agata Forest sells, too. Again, I would like the golden ink pot. But actually, you kind of need the water tablet if you want to get 100% completion in the game, because there's a stray bead you can only get with the water tablet. Not that the water tablet would be useful to me here anyways, but... So see, there's all these paths, each one with a picture. I think you can guess where this is going. Let's start with the spider path. Oh, hello. Goodness, if I'm not mistaken, you're from our home, the Celestial Plane. It's you, Ōkami Amaterasu. The way her portrait shows her wings coming out of her hair looks kind of like Meteion from Final Fantasy XIV. Who would have thought we would meet again after all this time? All my waiting under the dark, cold ice has paid off. We Celestials may have lost our physical form, but our spirits live on and are with you for all eternity. We were heartbroken after the battle on the Celestial Plane, when you fell to this world with that monster. We managed to escape before it happened, but little did we know the tragedy that was about to befall us. After we ran away from the battle, we boarded the Ark of Yamato, hoping to get away. Not long after we set sail, countless monsters appeared from the depths of the Ark. Having nowhere to run, all of us were devoured by the monsters. This Ark, which was built by the lunar civilization, turned out to be a cargo ship designed to transport thousands of monsters. Not long after setting sail, the Ark lost its rudder and plummeted down to this world. The Celestials on board, each and every one of us, were slain. I don't know why the Moon Tribe built such a thing, but when the Ark fell to this world and brought such tragedy, well, it was nothing short of a disaster. Ōkami Amaterasu, it seems that the Ark has begun to move again after all this time. This place is a nest of dark beings. Please take care not to be sucked into the darkness. Ah, even as a spirit, the nightmare continues. Okay, thanks. Straight into it. Camera, please. Fine, I'll do this one. Did I not get that one? Come on. Oh, damn it, I ran out of ink. I don't want to use an Infinity Stone, though. I just have to take that L. Oh, there we go, okay. Thought I could do the thing that I do to the bandit spiders where I fire burst and it hits all the eyeballs at the same time. That didn't seem to quite go off. No, I didn't mean to bind myself to it. It's a lot of money. You still say the same thing. Oh. Ōkami Amaterasu. It seems one of the dark beings has disappeared. If only all the evil power would leave our midst, then I'm sure the Ark would return to the celestial plane. Ah, I was ready for immortality, but now it seems the time has come for my spirit to take leave. It's brought joy to my heart to have met you before I depart. I hope you will return to the celestial plane, Amaterasu, that you will bring light to the world once more. We'll do them in order that we encounter them in the story. Next is Crimson Helm. wish that they gave the bosses like some new attacks just to make it a little bit fresh, but it's like literally just the same fight. At least we get to hear the boss music. No! Oh my god, my brush is doing the thing. Slow strokes. Oh, barely in time. Nice, double cherry blossom. We'll save before the next one just because, well, you know what's coming. Okay. Can't believe we had to do this again. Oh. Hi, you're a different person. It's you, Ōkami Amaterasu. I did wonder when the arc began to move. Lo and behold, it's the guardian of our home, the Celestial Plane. Why did such tragedy befall us? This ark was built by the lunar civilization as a rescue boat. It had been enshrined in the Celestial Plane for many years. We believed it would be safe. In order to ensure our future existence, we fled to the ark when the monster attacked us. How could we have known this ark would become our coffin? I don't know. Maybe it was our destiny. Perhaps it was all decided from the start. That monster, Orochi, who attacked the Celestial Plane, had suddenly come flying across the sea of stars. And after destroying our people and our homeland, it went on to cause pain and suffering in this world. Perhaps it was all preordained by the Moon Tribe. That's right, folks, it's your favorite. Can't believe we had to fight this guy 3 times during the entire game. Oh, my camera just suddenly turned. I wanted to bloom both of these at the same time. There we go. Oh, come on. roar. You think he would learn after all this time to stop opening his mouth? In that 100 years between the first fight and the second fight, he did not learn a thing. He uses the exact same mechanics. Get drunk. My brush is like, it doesn't want to go near the sake. That one's already blooming. Oh, I can't use my brush when there's poison. So glad that you can kill the bell in one down and you don't need to like do everything a second time just to get to the bell. That would be so awful. Come and get it. I do so much damage now that I have the Tundra Beads. Damn. No, I didn't want fire. Like, the worst part of accidentally doing Fire Burst is that you have like a 3-second cooldown where you can't use your brush after. And you use up like 3 ink pots, so it's like double debuff. Plus, thank goodness for whoever put the sake here. We didn't have a Kushi or a Nami this time. Oh, that counted as me getting hit. That's not very nice. Have some sake. Now stay down! Ōkami Madoratsu. I sense the presence of someone here on the Ark. Could it be that man from the Moon Tribe? I can feel his pain somewhere deep down inside this Ark. Madoratsu, you must save him without a moment's delay. You must stop the seeds of tragedy from being sown. In order for the evil in this world to be exorcised, the sun god Amaterasu must return to the celestial plane. I pray you will watch over the world from the heavens, and that you will bestow peace upon us all. Okay, we'll save again just because that was a long fight. Okay, next on our list is Blight. It'd be so funny is if when you fought him again, remember the first time we fought him, we were tiny, right? Because we were inside the Emperor's body. What if this time we fight him, he's still tiny, but we're normal size. We just like step on him and the battle just instantly ends. I think that'd be hilarious. Oh my god, I thought I might kill him just in just one down. That would be so funny. Most anticlimactic fight ever. I didn't even need to hit his sword. That was so disappointing. I have to say, so, like, you know, in a Legend of Zelda game, usually, when you get to the end of a dungeon, you fight the boss. And usually the way the boss works is, you know, during the dungeon, you've picked up one new skill or ability or item or equipment, and you have to use that against the boss somehow, as a gimmick. And that's how this game kind of works too. You get the brush skill, you fight the boss, and then the boss requires you to use that brush skill. Now the difference, I think, is because in Legend of Zelda, most of the time, the boss is designed in such a way that like, oh, you have to do this mechanic at least 3 times, right? And each time it gets harder. So you do the mechanic, boss gets down, you do your damage, boss gets back up, do the mechanic again, rinse and repeat 3 times. That's generally how it goes. And it feels climactic, it's fun, like it gets harder as it goes, you feel smart because you're like, oh, I know how to use this mechanic and I recognize it on the boss because the game's, scaffolded you towards it. Now the difference is in this game, most of the time, once you do the boss's gimmick and down them and start to do damage, it doesn't really give you a cap on the damage you can do, you just have a time limit. So the boss's HP bar, because it also has a HP bar, you could just down them once, and if you're good enough, you could just kill them in one down, which is a little anticlimactic and a little bit, not as fun. Even me going through this again after so long not playing this game, by accident, I am downing the bosses a lot faster and killing them faster than I would intend. So I think it'd be better if they had like a cap on the amount of damage you could do between each phase, and then the bosses actually got harder. Because that's the thing too, is when the boss gets back up, they just use the same attacks again. So I think it would have been more fun if the boss actually, got more skills as the battle progressed, or on the rematch. Maybe that's just a disadvantage of the fact that the boss even has an HP bar, because in Zelda they don't usually have HP bars. So you don't know when the boss fight's over, you just know you have to do the mechanic 3 times. That's kind of my biggest, concern with this game, because, well, other than the finicky brush stuff, because the boss fights are fun. I just want more of them. Also, I think the Spider Queen, Ninetales, and Orochi, those bosses actually have cool set pieces. Like, the entire arena where you fight them is set up for it. Like, the Spider Queen has the blossoms floating around it. Orochi's arena obviously is Orochi. Ninetales just has a big arena. But I feel like Crimson Helm and Blight, their arenas are just normal battle arenas, and they're not even gigantic bosses because they just walk around and slide. They almost feel like just normal enemies that are just a little bit stronger, right? Same with the mini bosses, like the tube foxes, for example. I think Leshku and Neshku was pretty fun, but I think they could have done more to have. I guess that they had lightning and fire and ice in the background, but they could have done more to have the environments be involved in fighting the bosses, I think. Especially with, again, Crimson Helm and Blight feel like underperformers because they're not large enough like the others. Not saying every boss needs to be large, but I just feel like the boss design would have been a bit better that way. I also just would have liked more bosses in general. There were so many dungeons in this game that didn't have a boss at the end. Or it only had a mini boss, or it had a glorified regular enemy like the tube foxes. Or the fish things inside the sunken ship. I hope to see Okami 2 maybe fix some of those things, have more epic boss fights, and more numerous and also more fun. Because I do enjoy the boss fights in this game. I've been waiting for you, Okami Amaterasu. My fleeting spirit will disappear at any moment. I'm glad I was able to hold on long enough to meet with you. Long, long ago, you and Orochi fell together to this world. Then you waited for the Chosen One to put an end to Orochi's life. You waited patiently for countless moons, until finally the Chosen One, Nagi, was born. Together you sent the monster of the moon to its fate. You didn't realize it, but that was just one ripple in the wave of darkness. It's exactly 100 years since the legend of Nagi. The monster was quietly recovering its strength for all those years, until it used Nagi's descendant, Susanoo, to complete its revival. And once again it tried to destroy this world. When you defeated it, the next stage of its plan began. It cursed the land with its evil power. And the world was soon overrun with monsters from the Ark. Orochi's evil essence was more than enough to power them all. The smoldering powers of darkness exploded throughout Nippon. And the world was thrown into a storm of chaos never seen before. After that, well, you saw with your own eyes. The evil powers that left those monsters you defeated have all gathered here in the Ark of Yamato. Exorcism of the roots of evil is a daunting task. You must keep your eyes open for what's in the center of it all. So again, they mentioned that once we defeat Orochi, his evil essence flew north, and that's what started Leshku and Neshku's rampage. But then with Ninetales, it sounded like the capital was in disarray long before, because I feel like, I guess maybe we don't know how long the Kamiki Festival was, is the thing, because Orochi's essence flew out of him, went to the city, and possessed the Emperor with Blight. But we just directly headed there, so that's a very short period of time, but it feels like Seion was under the influence for longer. So again, maybe it's just a time skip from the Kamiki Festival that isn't apparent. I feel like that has to be the case. Because again, we also don't know how long Rao's been dead, too. Not that it really matters ultimately, but it's just something I think about when it comes to this game. Get electrocuted. I also don't like how when I'm attacking with the beads, I can't see. So like, I can't tell when they're about to attack me back, just because I can't see. I love the mechanic of Ninetales using its own brush, though, to attack me. I think that's really cool. I wish more enemies did that, or more boss fights did that. Ah! Poopy stains. Camera, what are you doing? It's the old one. She was left behind because she was too slow. So she didn't get caught in the attack. That's so funny. Can't see. A lot of money. Also, I want to say, like, I like the idea of the boss rush, but I also feel it's a little lazy. I'm pretty sure the final dungeon is just the boss rushes. Like, there's no actual dungeon. A little disappointing, I think. But maybe by this time you just kind of want to finish the game, so... Also, no Neshku and Leshku. I know we just fought them, but still. I guess it's also because we don't have Oki to pull the bow. Ōkami Amaterasu, it has begun at long last. The waves of darkness have finally begun to roll. All this evil power, I cannot hold on much longer. Amaterasu, there's one final thing I must tell you. The man of the moon tribe with the golden hair. I want you to tell him something. The Celestials will never forget how he fought alongside you when Orochi attacked. We are forever grateful. Also, their animation for when they die here is like, they like stretch and then they like collapse forward. It looks so uncomfortable. I do have some things to say about this upcoming fight, but I'll wait until we're either in the fight or after the fight. Nothing really else. I don't need to buy things from Marco. Okami Amaterasu. Oh no, now you're gonna die too. Just being able to see you with my own eyes. I can't tell you how much joy it brings me. It pains me that I can't remain with you until the end. But I know that you won't let us down. Now I must join the others. I'll never forget you and how we used to play in the fields in our homeland. I pray you will always shine bright, Amaterasu. It's like such an unglamorous animation right before they die. While they're appearing all angelic and stuff. Oh, gameplay recording paused. Well, good thing I'm using OBS. Hey look, it's the ADS from FF14. Any FF14 veteran who was playing since A Realm Reborn and actually raided during that time can tell you all the flashbacks and pain associated with the ADS. But now the ADS is just a joke now. There you are, Amaterasu. I thought I could handle this before you arrived. But it seems I've met my match. This brings back memories, ma chérie. Remember when we faced Orochi together on the celestial plane? Behold, it is shrouded in darkness, but make no mistake, this is none other than Yami, the evil ruler of darkness. Not to be confused with Yamayuki. Yeah, I played A Realm Reborn on PS3 as well. It was quite a time. It was he who slew the Celestials on board this very ark, and brought misfortune upon the land of mortals. Of course, it's too dark to see his true form now. And so it begins. The dreaded day of darkness is upon us. No, my ink techniques. It looks like Yami has eyes because of those two coiled areas of his face. But he looks almost comedic because of that. Distorted time and space brings about this phenomenon. This ill-fated day only occurs once every 100 years. Nobody, not even the gods, has the power to stop it. Hello, little guy. Still, I shall stand firm and fight this battle. For it was I who brought the Ark of Yamato to the celestial plane. But I was oblivious to the evil that lurked in its depths. I caused the death of countless innocent celestials and brought a curse upon the land of mortals. However, I cannot reset my actions nor undo the past. No! Oh my, look at your luscious hair. Amaterasu. Orochi can only be defeated with the power of the Chosen One. I think I told you guys when we first met Waka on this playthrough that I remember seeing a lot of fan art of him, and people made him very Ikemen. That's what I told you, and you waited for me without question. You waited patiently in this land of mortals. You waited for the day that Nagi, the Chosen One, was born. You believed in me despite knowing that I count myself among the ranks of the accursed Moon Tribe who had escaped from the lunar realm. I was deeply moved by your earnest spirit. That is why my faith in you has not waned since that fateful day when we engaged Orochi in battle side by side. Materasu, you must return to the celestial plane. You must do so in order to bring peace to this world. No, Waka! I like how it's just this tiny little, like, larva thing inside a little crystal ball. Oh no, a giant hamster ball! He's got hammers! What if I try to knock you into the ball? That'd be hilarious. Knock you into the hole, that'd be hilarious. Ow! His hammer actually, like, destroys the battlefield. That's kind of cool. Oh no, it's just every section of the battlefield has a predetermined destroyed asset. I thought it was actually dynamically destroying the buzzsaw. Iframe. Oh, I got knocked off the side. That's so funny. Oh, you're actually destroying everything. Ah, the giant hamster ball's coming for me. I can't see with the camera. The cameraman is against me again. Wait, why are you dodging that way, Amaterasu? Damn it, my stick drift is making me dodge in the wrong direction. Oh, I can't walk here. I can't walk here. I can't run in one direction with the camera switching. Again, it's been a while since I played this game. I can't remember if I'm just supposed to outlast him or if I actually have to die to move on to the next phase. I do have so many bones though, so I think I should be okay. I won't eat all of them. Well, I can actually do a little bit of damage to him, okay. There we go. Yes, okay, there we go. Now we're talking. The thing about rejuvenation is that it's such a powerful skill, but we only really use it at the beginning of the game. Like, the ability to recreate things that have been destroyed or lost is huge. It's almost like we forget that it existed. Okay, now I can start filling in the holes. It's kind of hard when the camera keeps centering around him. You already filled in the middle again. Stop destroying the middle. I need that. That's kind of hard to dodge. Unless I'm already running. Power slash. We're back in business, baby. Get power slashed. Oh, can't slow down time. Oh, do I not? I never had a Holy Bone L, did I? That's okay. I also have my Astro Pouch. Stop breaking. Oh, I think I could slash the missiles back at him. That's what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I can't pause fast enough to get the second one. Green Sprout. Oh, there we go. Bloom, you fool. God damn it. Brush, work with me here. Now's not the time for the drift. He's green now. Oh, I need water spout. But I can't. Great, platforming in the middle of a boss fight when the camera does not want me to. Even just touching him does damage. Too bad I can't power slash him. Cherry bomb. Am I supposed to cherry bomb you now? He's just flailing like a fish. I do like this though, like we're using all our brush techniques, and it's obvious which one we use because we're getting them back one at a time. It's a really fun boss design. Ha, you fool! No, come on, cherry bomb. This camera is so hard to work with. I can't move the camera. I barely got a chance to attack him. Present. Oh my god, it's so hard to jump when I can't see where I am! I do like this design though, the idea that he keeps splitting into— oh! Are you kidding me?! I missed a jump just because of that. Yeah, cameraman, final boss. Like, what is this? Why do I have to platform off the bottom of the screen where I can't see? Where's the water? The fact that the camera's centered on the middle, but he's over here also sucks, because then I can't see where I'm supposed to get him. Oh my god, not now, the drift! I'm fighting the cameraman, I'm fighting the controller, I'm fighting everything. Oh my god, please, I'm fighting the brush too. I don't think drift is the right word to describe it, but I'm gonna use that word because of the lack of proper words to describe what's happening to me. Can I jump from here to here? Yes, okay. Oh my god! I can't believe this! I fell! Because there's no depth perception! Okay, I got on. No, he has like 1 HP! Okay, the bomb took care of it. I didn't have to jump again, thank god. Oh, here we go, slot machine phase. Oh. Ah! Power of the gods! Yeah! That's what you get for having a slot machine result that damages yourself. Gale Storm, that's not what I needed. Oh, ink, thank you. Thank you for the ink. I don't know why you have that option, but that's so funny. Oh, I didn't think the ice would linger. Can't do anything about that. Oh, thank you, thank you. Why do you have an attack that heals me? I don't know, but I'll take it. Oh, that has a huge blast radius. He lured me with that healing stuff. I could only pick up like half of it, and I still got damaged after. Oh, I forgot the ice was still there. Hey, Kemlians, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following me and being a froggy friend. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. Haha! Come on, give me what I want. Give me mist. No, that's not what I needed, but okay. Thanks for the inferno. I'm not gonna use Firestorm, because that's gonna use up all my ink. My gosh. Give me mist. Thank you. Now I can kick your ass. Look, there's my prize. Why can't I combo you? That was kind of mean. Hey Lork, welcome to the stream. I think if I stand too close, then I ricochet off his slot machine, so I have to hit just the ball from a distance. Oh, hey Himiko, I see you. Oh, she's the one who's giving me the heals. You barely saw her at the top of the screen, dropping healing things for me. Oh, I'm out of ink. Now he's a mecha! What the heck? He's kind of cute. Ow, you can't hit me with things off screen? That's so mean. Oh, you know what? I feel like the Tundra or the Resurrection Beads are not very good as a secondary because it shoots in a spread. I want this. There we go, that's what I want. Like, oh, there's, oh, I know what I need to do. Oh, I don't have Cat Call or Thunder, though. This is literally just a Final Fantasy XIV raid boss. Catwalk. Not that I can get there because the camera won't let me turn my camera towards it. Like, I want to get there, but the camera's like, nope, you're not allowed to go there because we're not going to let you see. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's chests here. Oh my god. That's diabolical. Treasure chest in the middle of a boss fight. Okay, I'm not gonna go for the chest. I feel like that's just a trap. That's just a trap. Come on, give me lightning. Give me lightning. Yeah, now we're talking. Now you're in for it. You fool. This is... I hate that I can't power slash his little gotcha orb. His noodle arms really get me. Why is he in a hamster ball? Don't ask too many questions. Why does the screen just turn orange? Stupid cameraman. Can I freeze you? Lightning, I need lightning. 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 Can't see anything. There. No. Can't get to the lightning. Here. Freeze! That didn't do anything. Oh god. I can't see anything. The rosary sub-weapon is really nice here, although the resurrection beads are a trap. Is what I've learned. Okay, yeah, that's what I need, that's what I need. He looks like he's about to command me to calibrate prime numbers. Ethan. Not bad, Furball. Well, you know the drill. Let's have one of those famous howls of yours. Ethan? No, he's gone! Sad howl. Ah! No fair! I was doing victory screen! I should have had invincibility! No, the constellations! Not again. No, now it's a Garlemald Deathclaw. Magitech Deathclaw. He went from ADS to Deathclaw. Ah, that bird ball's always spacing out like that. Ami can't get anything done without my help. You thought he was gonna give me the middle finger? Can you just imagine if he just pulled out his hand and just gave us the finger? Is that doggy crying somewhere, sis? Is that why the sunshine has disappeared? I'm surprised to see these two talking here, considering they're very, very minor NPCs. I haven't seen the doggy for a while now. Did my saying there's no such thing as gods cause all this? Snowy, the hole-digging king. I never dreamt that you were a god. You're gonna make Hayabusa a nervous wreck. If you don't get that sun shining again soon. Amaterasu, thanks to you we can protect our village by ourselves. But you must be strong and triumph over evil. For the canine warriors so dearly wish to see you once more. That god sure was burning with passion. I don't know what happened, but that mongrel doesn't come out of hiding. I'll have to send up a really big one to reignite that passion. Oh, so that wolf was really a god. Perhaps I should have made an offering of my bamboo ware. It may be my fault that the sun has ceased to shine. Who would have ever thought that that rascal was really Shiranui reborn? My, how that god loved my cherry cakes. Could this darkness be caused by hunger? Uh-oh. Boss is praying. Snowy, did something happen to you? Why has the sun suddenly disappeared? Fighter won't roll over, play dead for evil. No brother of mine would dream of it. Ha ha ha. Something in your brushwork touches the heart, Isan. You never abandoned your life as an artist after all. When one tries to master something, it ends in either success or failure. But it is in the attempt itself where you find the true value. Believe in your own power and walk your own path. Isan, I see you have finally heeded your calling. Your resolve is plain to see in your drawing. It has the power to move people's hearts and inspire their faith in the gods. Amaterasu, their faith shall be your power. Ha ha ha! He did it! My grandson did it! Look at the spirit behind this beautiful brushwork. He truly deserves the title of Celestial Envoy. It's work like this that can show the true glory of the gods and guide people to the right path. There's one thing I'm sure of, Amaterasu. You found a much better companion than I could ever be. Okay, everyone. I know it's kind of hard to see in this darkness, but get a load of my latest work. Isan the Wandering Artist presents his interpretation of the great god Amaterasu. Can you hear me, Ami? You're not floundering about without me, are ya? You gotta pull yourself together. I finally chose my path, and I have the resolve to see it through. I've started to roam the land as your missionary. But you gotta take care of things on your end too. Don't look so sad. Just psych yourself up, like we always did, remember? Oops, I almost forgot. Check these out, everyone. It's the great god Amaterasu descending from the heavens. Pretty good, huh? Abi was smiling down from the sky just a little while ago. Something must have disturbed the furball's concentration, though. That's why the world has gone dark. Without Ami, we can't take a refreshing nap outdoors. Rice won't grow. Plants and flowers will wither. Laundry won't dry. Monsters will roam about like they own the place. In other words, our world will be a total mess. No one wants to live in a world like that. Especially me. So come on, everybody. Let's join together to call upon the great god. How come they skipped so many of the NPCs in Seion City and Kamui, though? We saw so many from Kamiki, and then we just forgot about the rest of them? Let's show Ami that we truly believe. Put your hands together and pray. Let's make our gratitude obvious. I mean, we shouldn't pray only when we want something. We should consider how the gods must feel once in a while. Like, and this bird dude that didn't say an entire word throughout the entire game, and we only saw him twice, and he's featured. We should even take on some of their burden. If you pray with all your heart, maybe the sun will cheer up and show itself once again, lighting our world with its heavenly glow. After all, the best thing about the great god of Amaterasu is that happy-go-lucky spirit. Right, Ami? Answer if you can hear me, you big furball. Like, he's in Seion. I see all the Seion NPCs around him. Ah, here comes the best music track in the game. The catcall towers are still there. I'm sure our prayers have reached Ami. Your speech roll is blocking the screen. And I know that no matter how dark it gets, where that god is now, there's a great big smile behind that shining sun up there. Oh, hi. Oh, I can't get to you. I was gonna try to iframe that one, and that didn't work. Here comes the gigantic fist! Ah! Hi, Shy Marie. Thank you so much for following me and being a froggy friend. It's so funny how cat call is the only brush technique that really doesn't have a place, so they had to add in the cat towers, because otherwise it's like, well then what do we do? Yeah, like the Twilight Princess spinner, you're right. I love that spinner, though. It was such a fun mechanic. Oh, I didn't mean to draw sun, but okay. Yes! Aww. Oh, hey, Waka. You're fine. One thing I have to mention, which is really funny, is that Yami, the final boss here, actually appears in a crossover game, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, as the final boss of that crossover game. And because Yami doesn't appear until the end of Ōkami, like, Yami is an enemy that doesn't appear until you enter the very, 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 very end of Ōkami. A lot of people that played Tatsunoko vs. Capcom were like, I mean, given these are mostly Japanese players, were like, where the heck is this boss coming from? Why are we fighting a giant orb? Where did he come from? And it was Yami, which is such a weird pick. Because Amateratsu's not in that game. But you probably recognize that music that played during the final boss fight is also Amateratsu's theme in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, rearranged. And it sounds so good in that game too. Fantastique, Amaterasu. What a long and winding road it's been, eh, ma chérie? But alas, our arch-nemesis Yami, the Dark Lord who brought darkness upon the land of mortals, has been annihilated for all eternity. I must say, I was really surprised by your little bouncing friend. You couldn't have done it without him. That tickles. Down, heel! You're gonna lick me to death. Well, Amaterasu, time to embark to even stormier seas. Making the world a better place is never easy. You must return to the celestial plane and set things in order. Only then can you usher in a new age of peace in the mortal world. Our journey is far from over, ma chérie. Now, full speed ahead! First stop, the Celestial Plane! Yeah, we didn't even see Sakuya during that entire montage. The path to heaven, eh? Haha. Kinda sounds like fun. Remember what I said the first time I met you, Ami? There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. So I'm going, Furball, and there's no way you're gonna stop me. I'm gonna pull out all the stops and inspire people's faith in you. You're gonna have more believers than you know what to do with. You'll see. Until then, take care of yourself, you big furball. What a fun game. Despite the little bits of quality of life it was missing. But again, I can't blame it too much because even though this is an HD remaster, the HD remaster was originally for PS3 and then they just ported it to PS4 and Switch and all those other things. So it's not a recent remaster. Oh look, there's Ami. So cute. So let's start about things that are good about this game. Art style, on point. Amazing art style. Music, fantastic. I love the music from this game so much. I've been listening to the OST again recently, and it's just so uplifting. I love like the traditional Japanese instruments. The gameplay, of course, modeled after Legend of Zelda. Can't go wrong with that. Fun. Exploring little areas, it's like mini open areas, and then having like dungeons with boss fights, unlocking new skills as you go, using those skills to defeat the bosses. Fun. Absolutely fun. Drawbacks to the game. Quality of life things. The camera. The camera, in many places, was very unoptimal. Especially there were so many areas where you had to do platforming, and then it was in a tight hallway, and then the walls would prevent your camera from going through them, so your camera was like impossible to control into a place that made it easy for you to platform. Like, it was like, oh, I need depth perception to jump, but I don't have it because I can't turn my camera sideways. Very annoying. And there wasn't too much of it at the beginning of the game, but the further we went through the game, the more of that there was. But that part was annoying. The brush. I'll forgive the brush for being finicky, but sometimes, man, like, yes, my controller, conveniently enough, like right at the end of doing Persona 3 The Answers, when my controller started having a little bit of drift, and then we immediately went into Okami, which is like one of the worst games to play with drift. But we managed. But aside from that, the brush, so many times, I would think it'd be pretty obvious what I was trying to draw, and the game would not have any of it. I know that it has like detectors to be like, oh, you closed this circle, so you did this type of shape, or you made this general cross-section, so we think it's gonna be this. But once I learned Firestorm, every time I tried to make a circle, it would think I was doing a Firestorm, even though the Firestorm is supposed to be a figure 8. So that seemed pretty dumb. And the Firestorm puts your brush on cooldown and it uses up 3 pots of ink. Very unoptimal. Sometimes when I'm trying to bloom things, Konohana shuffle anyone, just doesn't detect. The wind sometimes did not detect. And when you're in the middle of battle and you really need it right away, desperately, it's like really frustrating. Or if you're doing a mini game where you have like a timer, it's like, okay, I'm on a timer, oh, the brush is messing up and now everything's like annoying. So like I will say that, okay, some of it can be blamed for the controller, but I still think like 80% of the blame of the brush is just from the way the brush is programmed. Like, I can concede, you can tell when my controller is acting up, because when you see my brush, when I'm about to go down and suddenly my brush goes up, that's the controller freaking out, which, fine, I will take credit for that failure, but every time I did Firestorm, brush problems. So, but the idea of the brush is super cool. Like the idea of pausing the game and then like drawing on top of it, creating things and controlling the elements is super cool. Problems with the brush also, depth perception. Like cherry bomb makes sense. You can draw a small cherry bomb, it appears far away, big cherry bomb, it appears close. But for things like Firestorm and Thunderbolt, depth perception just did not exist, and sometimes you needed it to exist. Like during the chases with Hayazo, desperately needed cherry bomb or lightning bolt in the right place, and the game just would not have it. And that concludes this most secret of tales. Well then, I'd say that's enough storytelling for today. This story contains the hopes and dreams of many fine people. Keep it close to your heart and cherish it. What's that? You want to know why I, alone, know this tale that no one knows? You listened to the whole story and never figured it out? You missed the whole point! Jeez, what's wrong with you? I suppose I'll have to tell the whole story all over again. New Game Plus! You'd best learn to show my brush the respect it deserves. Anyway, I'm tired. Let's call it a day. If you're eager to hear more, I can tell you the rest of the story some other time. Until then, do your best to live up to the heroes I told you about. It's time to roll this scroll up and give it a title. Okami Amateratsu's Adventure. Come back again, okay? Until next time. It was awkward. Also, these names are so hard to read when you write them like this. This is all the people that worked on the HD remake, which the HD remake actually came out after like the studio went under. Actually, the Wii version of this game came out after the studio went under. They went under like almost months after this game came out on PS2. And then they made the Wii version, and then they made the HD remasters, and then they ported the HD remasters. I was gonna keep talking, but I don't know when they're gonna start, when they're gonna finish the sequence. Other quality of life things I think this game was missing, a few more options in the options menu, like being able to control the speed of the text would have been huge. Because I can control it when people are talking outside of cutscenes by holding the X button, but not during cutscenes. So sometimes the cutscenes were just like super slow, and for someone who has to read it out loud on stream, it felt very weird because it was like I would read faster than they would appear. And it would have been nice to control the camera sensitivity as well. Okay, there's my stats. Not bad for a casual run after 10-15 years. You got presents from Isan. So these are like art gallery things. We will go over these as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, this will be in another video, but we'll do them right now on stream. You obtained Karmic Transformer 1. You obtained Karmic Transformer 2. You obtained Karmic Returner. You obtained a Stray Bead. You obtained Karmic Transformer 3. Karmic Transformer 5. Karmic Transformer 7. Karmic Transformer 8. Karmic Transformer 9. What's this one? Why is this so HD? Actually, Amaterasu is actually in one of the Monster Hunter games as a collab. She looks pretty cool in it. You can save the game here. The save file will be used to start your new adventure. Saving to a new file instead of overwriting is recommended. Would you like to save the game? I'm gonna press this button just so that it doesn't replay the opening cutscene because I still want to talk. Okay, so yeah, quality of life stuff, camera sensitivity, text speeds, things like that would have been nice to include, especially because you think that because this is HD remastered and then ported, for subsequent ports of it, they could have added in some of those things. They kept most of the game intact, but they did change a couple things, like for example, the loading screen minigames. So they could have gone in and changed a couple of those features, but they did not. So that's unfortunate. The gameplay loop is fun. I mentioned this before when we were going through the dungeon, but like having multiple different weapons to choose from, upgrading those weapons, different brush techniques, going into a dungeon, Legend of Zelda style, getting a new technique and then using it against a boss. But like I said, the boss fights are really fun, but I wish there were more of them. There just weren't enough of them. Some dungeons didn't even have a boss at the end, or it had like a mini boss or a glorified regular enemy. I think it would have been cool to have more bosses. And of the major bosses, Crimson Helm and Blight did not feel as epic. They still have good music, but compared to all the others, like I said, all the others had like environments that had to do with the boss fight. Like the Spider Queen had all the blossoms, Orochi's had an entire arena to himself, Ninetales had their own arena. I think Crimson Helm and Blight felt more like just stronger regular enemies, and especially, like I said before, in Legend of Zelda, most of the time when you have to fight a boss, you have to do their mechanic 3 times. In this game, if you're strong enough, or even like medium strong, you might only have to do their mechanic once or twice, and then you kill them. Even if it's your first time going through and you're like, oh, I wish that boss fight was longer. Or the bosses, as the fight progressed, didn't really use different moves. Each of them only had like 2 to 3 moves, sometimes. And it would have been nice if like Phase 2 and Phase 3, they used different moves. Or the rematch. In the Arc of Yamato, they used different moves or new things to the repertoire to keep things fresh. I think that would have been nice. Fighting Orochi 3 times, also very weird. Considering all 3 fights were exactly the same. I think it was an iconic fight, but really they should have done something to make them a little bit different. Final fight, I think, was pretty cool. Again, the idea of losing all your brush powers and then getting them back one by one. All of the brush powers are involved in that boss fight, so you can go through. And you know, because you just got those ones back as you go. That was a really cool boss design decision. Even Leshku and Neshku was a pretty fun fight because it actually used like 3 to 4 different brush techniques, as opposed to most of the other bosses, you really only use one, and then maybe add on slash on top of it. So I think that was pretty cool, and I would love to see more of that as well. The idea of having to also like backtrack, because it's like, oh, I got a new brush skill, now I can go back and open up all those boulders that I saw before, or I got the new digging skill, so now I can go back and dig up all those plants I didn't see before. That's also fun too. You know, there's a lot of collectibles in this game, obviously. There's all those stray beads, which of course, if you collect them all, changes, well, it doesn't really change the ending, but it does make it so you can start the new game with a new accessory that makes you pretty much all-powerful, and that's kind of the last thing you do when you finish the game and collect everything, which I'm not gonna do, but if you play this game, I think it'd be pretty fun to do as well. I would recommend it if you really enjoy Ōkami. It was kind of cool to be introduced to the Japanese mythology and the way they like wove a lot of these stories together, also like in a comical fashion. Obviously, Isun's sense of humor, with all his perverted jokes, is dated by the time, 2009, 2008, or whatever. 2000s, we see that in a lot of games and anime. Of course, it hasn't really aged well, so every time he did it, we could just groan. But I can't fault it too much. If they do a lot of that in Ōkami 2, then I can fault it, so we will see. I am excited for Ōkami 2, mostly just because, no one saw it coming, right? There is Okamiden, which is a DS game, and it takes place about 9 months after Ōkami. Although, it's not actually considered a sequel, it's considered a spin-off despite that. That's why the next one's Ōkami 2 and not Ōkami 3. I'm just excited to see what they do. I'm excited to see how they're going to improve the experience. Are they going to make the brush work better? They better. Obviously, it'll have the same art style, but, reinvented for the new engine, so that'll be fun to see. I'm excited to hear more musical tracks as well. Other than that, we don't really know much about it. We don't even really know when it's coming out this year. So I'm glad we were able to get through this game, and I'm excited to kind of compare and contrast and see how far the game's come since. I think that's pretty much all the things I want to talk about this game. Overall, it's a great game. You can see why people are so fond of it, especially if they played it back when it got released. In terms of aging, I think it relatively aged pretty well. Again, a couple little quality of life things, but overall the game is still extremely playable and, works well in its favor. Again, the platforming I think also needs a little bit of use, but that wasn't overused as well, although we saw a lot more of the annoying platforming near the end of the game. Also, yeah, there were a lot of racing minigames. What was up with that? Given that they were different, the Mailman races, the Hayazo races, and the Kai races were all different from each other, but still at the end of the day, I was like, oh, another racing minigame? Are you serious? I know they were all the rage back then in the 2000s, but let's see if they come up with some new ideas in the next one. The minigames, kind of fun, not too many of them. Digging for water, I think a couple of those were kind of frustrating, a little bit tight for resources. I like the idea of them. The layout of those levels are fun, especially the one in the water palace, where you get dropped to the very bottom and then you have to climb your way back up in reverse and then dig down. I think it's a very intuitive and innovative way of taking it and then turning it on its head. So I think the design of a lot of things in this game were pretty good. I also think the dungeons were kind of short. At least they were a lot shorter than I remembered them to be. Gale Shrine was super short. I thought that one was a lot longer in my memories. Obviously, Moon Cave was pretty long, almost overly so. I think Waku Shrine was just the right length. I think that was just the right length, just the right amount of puzzles. Oni Island was okay too. A couple maybe annoying parts. Blockhead I can definitely see being annoying as well if they bring him back in the sequel, and if they don't fine-tune the brush. So I guess we'll see. I like the idea of doing Blockhead. It kind of sucks that the third one is mandatory, and, if your game sensitivity just doesn't quite register your attacks, you could be stuck there for a while. Although there is an exploit where you can sequence break and get around him, but I don't think it was intended by the developers. Kind of weird how the second one was optional, but then the fourth one, of course, is optional because it's just annoying. Blockhead Grande. But again, I think the idea of all the ways they utilize the brushes in this game, pretty cool. Pretty neat ideas. And I am very excited to see what they do going forward. As a stream experience, I feel like I have to address this. Whenever I play games on stream, I'm a variety streamer. I play different games. I switch up the game I play very often, and I go through a lot of games, as you can tell from my YouTube channel. And because of that, a lot of the games I play are niche, cult classic games maybe people haven't really heard about, which is what I like, because I like spreading it around and showing people all these other games. But, a lot of times when I stream games like this, like Ōkami right now, every time I select it for stream, it says maybe 30 viewers are viewing the category at a time, even though there's probably 6,000 people following the title on Twitch. But it means that I have a tendency to, when I stream games, a lot of the traffic that comes to my streams are people that are just really big fans of these games, which is fine, obviously. But I think the problem with that is that a lot of times I get the people to come in and, as a streamer, ideally, I want to play games, get people to come in, enjoy the games, and then maybe start to enjoy my streaming so that they are encouraged to go watch me play other games and kind of build that way. But because I feel like I get a lot of the Yeah, exactly. You guys already know what I'm about to say. You get a lot of the people who are huge fans of the games, and they don't really care about the streamer. They're just there to show off their knowledge of the game and basically backseat or get as close to backseating as they can. And I get it. People are excited about these games. They don't see people stream them often. They want to go in. They want to talk about it. And I think we just got to keep in mind, and again, I think most of the people that need to hear this aren't even here in the stream anyways, but I want to say it, to be respectful. And, you know, people want to play these games blind. People want to go through them without spoilers. People want to go through them without feeling that someone's watching their every move and scrutinizing. Like, even if you're not backseating, if you're constantly sitting there going like, oh, did you remember to gather all of these? Are you doing a 100% playthrough here? Did you make sure you get these techniques? Did you use this technique here on this fight? Because that's more optimal. Like, it starts to feel like, okay, now we're not really having fun anymore. Now it's just I'm being, you know, judged and commanded by people to do things the way they want, right? Which, I get it. Again, people are excited about the game, but we gotta think about these things. So, you know, word of warning to people in the future, or people new to the channel, just to think about that, right? And sometimes you might say things that you might not consider a spoiler that would be spoilers. I've talked about this before. Like, if you say, this part coming up is really sad, or this part coming up was a really good moment, that in itself is like, if you're telling that to someone playing blind, is a spoiler. It would change the way that they are about to view what's about to happen. And, you know, when you want them to have a blind, fresh experience, that's not the way to go about it, right? Just keep that in mind when you're hopping into people's streams. And the reason why I want to say that for this game in particular is I feel like I've gotten the most amount of backseating in this game so far, out of all the games I've played. That's why I've started tagging messages or pinning messages in the chat, reminding people respectfully to do that. The bro commies. I get it. And it's nothing personal. It's just a respect thing and something to remember. Okay, so let's go look at the gallery in the game. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, that'll be in the next video. If you're watching this on Twitch right now, we're gonna go ahead and check out the gallery.